Thank you for joining us today on What's Up Prince William. Today we have Steve Liga, Chief Executive Officer for ACTS, and Pastor Chris Rhodenhizer, the lead pastor for Image Church in Woodbridge. Thank you very much for being on our show today.
Absolutely.
And so we have the 7th annual iWalk coming up. It has a 5K run, family festival. It is going to be on October 7th at the Stonebridge Town Center. Now, this is the second year that you've had it there. I know last year you had to run into a little bit with the rain, so this year we hope it's going to be a little bit nicer weather. But Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit how the event got started?
Absolutely. So we launched our church in Dumfries, Virginia, which is right where ACTS is located and headquartered there in Prince William County. And we wanted to give back to the community. We knew that we wanted to, in a sense, to bless those that were right around us. And so we began doing really just a walk there, and we ended up hosting it at the park there in Dumfries, and we were partnered with ACTS. Of course, all the funds go to ACTS to help families in need, and so we wanted to be a part of that. They do that so well, and we just thought we could come alongside and do something for them. Then we ended up going to the Potomac Nationals Park, which was a great thing for us, and then now we're at Stonebridge, which is really where we wanted to be, and so we're excited about that. We get to be right, in a sense, in the middle of where all the action is, in the middle of town, and high visibility, and we love partnering with ACTS and seeing what happens and how that a lot of people can be helped and a lot of people get to be involved in helping. And so, yeah,
that's what we like. I mean, really, it's we like to be part of the community, and the community is what makes us work. I mean,
absolutely,
volunteers,
right.
the support of the churches, and you guys are great.
Right. Well, we love it, and we love what ACTS does. So,
So Steve, tell us about ACTS and how will the funds help impact Prince William County?
Well, ACTS serves the entire county, and our mission is to help people who are in crisis. And that could be a crisis whether it's a physical need, people are hungry, people don't have a place to stay, people can't pay their bills, prescriptions, you name it. Or it could be a psychological or an emotional thing, whether somebody's been sexually assaulted or a domestic violence situation, or even suicide. We do an excellent job with suicide prevention. But half of our budget comes from donations and contributions. So as a CEO, it's always a little bit of nerve-wracking when I set the budget. I'm like, how generous is the community going to be this year? And where's it going to come from? And to have something that we can count on, like the iWalk that Image brings on for us, is tremendous. You know, every year I challenge you guys to do a little bit more.
Hey, right.
Or a lot more.
Well, yeah, we want to put the standard high, and see what we can do. So,
but that's something that we can count on. And there's so many things that we want to do that can't be done with a grant. You know, grants say we want you to do this specific thing in this particular place for these certain people, and people's needs aren't that. They're not always like that.
Right. So not all the needs of the community definitely necessarily fall into a box.
No.
That you can say this is what this is for. So you actually need really funds to help those emergencies or help something that's basically out of that box to make sure they're taken care of.
Exactly.
So what can people expect at this year's event?
Well,
sun maybe.
Hopefully, so. What was amazing about last year is that I mean, of course, the rain in a sense held off what it could have been way worse, but it was a nasty day, and we still had I mean, it ended up with the event and the event afterwards, which is for families. We had thousands of people show up on a nasty day. Really,
we had 100 people show up that morning who hadn't pre-registered.
Right.
Oh, that's great.
So that means they got up in the morning when the rest of us were thinking, oh my gosh, we have to get up and go set up in the rain.
Right.
100 people got up and said, let's go do the iWalk.
They made a decision on a bad day to
go
come
do
out.
it.
Yeah, right. Which was
that's what our
turned into a
like.
great day.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what kind of things for the family are there after? So it's a run and a walk, so you can do either.
Right.
Right. And it's a real run too. So we're partnering with Virginia Runner, who are gonna. It's a full timed real race. So folks who are looking to keep their times up and get in their monthly race or whatever they want to do, this will count.
Oh, very good. So and what about afterwards for after the run, the family event?
Yeah, we've got a great family event. By the way, we had some people in our church that years ago came up with this. I didn't come up with this. They came up with this idea of partnering with ACTS to do something great for the community. And so, and now it's turned into this where they come up with this great idea after the race and after the walk. Everyone comes together. We have a big festival. We have a whole fun center in a sense for kids with moon bounces and games. Of course, I'll be able to get face painting. We'll have all kinds of different people there that have sponsored it, displaying stuff.
Food.
So food, yeah, we'll have food there. I mean, so it's gonna be a great time. It's a family event. It's right there in the town center. So I mean, if you gotta do some shopping too, you can kill two birds with one stone in a sense, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
hang out with us. I mean, of course, we're right there with Wegmans. Wegmans is helping us big time sponsoring this.
And we've
so,
got a
yeah.
stage
Yeah.
set up, so we've got local community groups, we've got the
Yeah.
karate class, we
Yeah.
had a great country and western band last year.
Yep, music.
So-
Yeah.
So basically, how can people take action to get involved with the run here?
Well, you can go to iWalkForAxe.com and register there. It's $20 for individuals and it's $50 per family. So if they could register now today, that
Yeah, they
would
could.
help us great. And they can just go to that website and click on that and get involved. I mean, show up.
And we're doing something, do a different push this year. We're really trying to get teams
Yeah.
to fundraise as a
Okay.
team to bring things out. So, like my wife set up our team yesterday, and she told me I was on her team. I had a feeling I would be. But then she said, "Okay, now our goal is to raise $1,000 as a team." I'm like, "Well, I'm already raising stuff." She's like, "Gonna do it." So the idea is we're hoping that groups of people will get together and somebody says, "Hey, I want you to come to the iWalk with us," and somebody says, "Oh, I'm not sure I can go." He says, "But you can sponsor me then for my team."
Oh, very good. Okay, that's
And-
great.
And
Yeah.
here's another perk to that. If you get a team together, then it's not $20 per individual. I think it's $15
Yeah.
per individual. And so if you get a team together, in a sense, you can register to run for a little bit less, but still, it helps. all
Excellent.
the yeah.
And
Well-
we're hoping to get some competition going. We'd love to see a couple of different banks
Yeah.
have teams and go
Right.
after each
Okay.
other. We're trying to get some gyms to do a little friendly competition, or realtors. We think it could be really a lot of fun that way.
Oh, very good. Well, I know last year's run, it definitely looked like it was a fun time, even in the rain, and I can't wait to see it this year. And thank you very much for being on our program today.
Anytime. Thanks for
And
having
you.
can't wait to see how this all turns out. And thank you very much for joining us on What's Up, Prince William.